I've often talked in a management or a coaching environment, you've got to get out of your own way, put your own stuff to one side to be invisible, and that's been that kind of selfless approach. It is a characteristic of being at your very best. So if you can notice in the moment that actually you've lost that sense of self about you, your solutions, your own time frames, whatever it might be, actually that's a good sign, it's a good characteristic that perhaps you're in flow. In flow, basically what happens is the prefrontal cortex starts to shut down. You take it to the opposite, that you kind of heighten and light up. Actually, it shuts down. So things like that inner critic, that ego, tends to go away. And that's a great characteristic. It can be quite tricky as well, because after your sense of self, sometimes you put that to one side, actually you can then take increased risks. So keep an eye out for that one. I find myself volunteering for stuff all the time. That's my risk. I'm so in the moment, so being so creative, innovative, and actually I don't think about my own time commitments. I'll say, yeah, I'll do that, sounds great. And that's my risk, because I haven't, myself is out of the way. So it's just, you've got to kind of manage it to some extent. And Kotler and Wheel, they put it quite nicely. They sort of say, by stepping outside of ourselves, we gain perspective. We become objectively aware of our costumes rather than subjectively fused with them. So I like that's kind of stepping outside of oneself. Of course, the challenge is you can't just step outside of yourself. You have to kind of engineer the factors, the body, heart and mind, the environment, maybe the people around you, your own mindset, creativity, to actually engineer that state. Or it can happen accidentally, of course. You stumble across that environment. So it's one to think about is trying to potentially, in hindsight, think about, well, I really wasn't thinking about myself at all. Well, actually, that's perhaps a good thing, because that means you were in flow at that time.